Wasn't as bad.
They're getting like that as the older
As
they
they really get.
muscle deterioration.
Right.
He looks like shit.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the returning miniseries Road to. This one is Road to SummerSlam. I'm Insider B as always. Joining me is Mr. NXT Dayne Bourget is here. He was on the Road to WrestleMania miniseries back in was it March, I think. You were probably here. That's around the Road to WrestleMania. It's March. Sounds about right about pretty much. Today's top rumors, of course. Last night was Extreme Rules, so we're gonna do a quick recap on that. We'll talk about Fight for Fallen because Mr. AEW as well is here, and obviously we might touch a base on Evolve for a little bit. But of course, top rumors: why did Finn Balor lose his title out of nowhere? Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. What's the update with them two? And SummerSlam / Bray Wyatt plans going into SummerSlam. So definitely some rumors, a lot of rapid rumors, more than top rumors this week. But before I get any further, of course, social media. If you haven't already, it's like, share, follow, retweet, and subscribe. It's the 5 things you got to do. They're all in the description right now of this video, both on YouTube. We're live on Twitter, and we're also live right now, as you can see me on Facebook. Comments, keep them coming. Let them roll through because this is an interactive show. I like to hear your opinion as well as, obviously, he's usually in the comments, but today he's on the show. But, of course, drop them in there. I'll shout you guys out, and let's get the show on the roll. So first things first, AEW Fight for Fallen. I'm going to let you have the mic here, and then you just – so I didn't watch AEW.
Yeah.
So from an outside perspective, I'm going to listen into what you have to say.
Yeah, I was in and out because, I don't know, I was just tired this weekend. But
yeah,
from what I did see, it was not as good as Double or Nothing, but it was right on par. Like, the match quality was really good.
What about Fyter Fest? Like –
that
was Fighter or no?
It was.
I feel like
it was definitely better than Fighter Fest.
I feel like there wasn't much like build to Fighter Fest.
No, because it was just like a free gimme show.
Okay,
like went with that.
Yep.
Video gaming event. So it was just like whatever. The tag team division in AEW is probably the best
tag team division
in wrestling
right now.
Yeah, they just know how to do it, obviously, because with the Bucks running it, and
of course,
the Lucha Bros. Whew. That's gonna be a crazy ass ladder match.
What?
All
Out, which is the end of August, correct?
August
the last Saturday, I think, of August.
Yeah.
They usually do on a Saturday.
Yeah, I like
their
that.
Big shows.
I like that
instead of a Sunday.
Every Saturday, they always do it on Saturday.
Right? Yeah, all our shows have been on Saturdays so far, but I feel like, for example, like WWE's Big Four or SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I feel like AEW is producing that in the way where Double or Nothing
is going to be one of
the big shows.
All
Out's another big show. Then you have Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen was like in the middle.
Yeah, they're like an Extreme Rules.
Right, exactly. Extreme Rules is technically not one of the big ones. Exactly.
Even Fight for the Fallen was free.
Right.
Bleacher Report Live.
Is All Out going to be free?
No,
that's
a legit. That's like Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Fyter Fest was also free, right?
Yeah. That was free. I was in and out on that. I tuned in to watch John Moxley.
Yeah. John Moxley wasn't on Fight for Fallen, was he?
No, not at all. Not even like in a sneak attack on Omega or nothing.
Kenny Omega was, though.
Yeah, he was.
Omega.
He had a match with Shima.
Okay.
Shima.
How do you pronounce it? What about Jericho?
He was there. He attacked Hangman.
Oh,
he came out in disguise like one of the minions from the group, a tag team rather.
Okay.
Came out, attacked him and Page, busted him open or whatever, and then he came back on later.
A little promo?
Yeah. That was advertised. The attack wasn't, obviously.
Of course, yeah. Sneak attack. The only thing I saw from AEW was the Cody Rhodes, what do you call it? The counter programming. Counter programming promo that he cut at the end of the show. Wasn't sure if he said it. I think he said I'm not sure if I'm live, but you can counter me, you can counter Goldust, you can counter Omega, Young Bucks, but you can't counter All Elite Wrestling, which is when you look at All Elite Wrestling, you said they were attacking like the bear.
Yeah,
that bear is like you said.
I think it's Triple H.
You think it's Triple H in NXT? Well,
because they're the only one they could. It's weird because I don't know.
I think I know what you want to say. I think
it's
NXT.
it's more competitive. They're more
NXT and AEW are more alike and more competitive.
Yeah,
because they're like
totally. They're
the main like WWE doesn't even can't even like compete with them because it's like W's trash. Lately,
yeah,
as you know.
lately.
So it's like
10 years.
Yeah, exactly. But NXT is like the brand that could compete with AEW if they want to have a war, like Monday Night Wars in a way.
I think Triple H would like that. I think it'd be good because it would bring out,
right,
good shit.
Such good shit.
No fun.
So also what happened this past weekend, the counter programming that they did technically was Evolve on the same night as Fight for the Fallen. I didn't really watch. The only thing I watched was Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak. And that was a really good matchup, I heard.
I've watched them have a match on NXT, so I know. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it, but you know that it was good.
I know it was a good match.
Right. I definitely have to go watch Evolve. I mean, I still haven't watched. The way I am with AEW right now is I'm catching the highlights. And I haven't had a chance to catch Fight for the Fallen's highlights because nothing really popped up on my social media.
If you get Bleacher Report Live. You can watch it.
All right. I'll have to do that then.
You don't even have to, it's like their network in a sense, I guess.
Okay. I know All Out you have to pay for, so I'm probably going to watch the highlights on that. When AEW does come to TV, rumored to be Wednesday night Dynamite, whatever you want to call it, I will be tuning in, of course, because it just gives me something else to do on a Wednesday night. But I think there's going to be competition, of course, and this brings me into – we're not going to talk rapid rumors yet, but I just want to say this rumor before we're going to touch base on Extreme Rules, a quick recap on that, because that happened last night as well. The rapid rumor, since we're talking about AEW and NXT, well, WWE could be moving NXT over to Fox Sports 1 alongside SmackDown Live this fall so that they can directly, like, they won't be, so that they're not competing with AEW on a Wednesday night, because NXT, of course, is taped 4 weeks ahead, correct?
Yeah.
It's usually 4 weeks, and they're spoiled. It's like watching SmackDown back in the day. No one watched SmackDown because you just catch the results online, and if it was worth tuning in, you tune in. NXT, of course, a different spectrum because NXT is better than main roster brands at all and in general. But it's like it's on the network. It's not live. It's not the suspense if you watch the results. There's no suspense if you want to spoil yourself, just like you're watching my show right now. You're going to hear all the rumors in a few seconds. But, like, it's that same kind of concept where AEW is probably going to be live on Wednesday nights.
Oh, it is. They already said that.
So they're going to be live on Wednesday nights. What are you going to tune in to? Something that you saw the results of 4 weeks in advance, or are you going to tune into AEW? So I think Triple H, poke, like you say, that's probably the bear they're trying to poke with the counter programming with Evolve and all that. But it makes sense to move NXT to a different night if they're not going to make it live. If you're going to come to Fox Sports 1 and NXT is live,
oh, I'd love to do that. I hope they do
then
that.
We got a war.
Maybe they are doing that.
Maybe they should on a Wednesday
WWE
night.
should have a war with NXT, period. And then
like an invasion type of storyline?
Yeah, have Triple H come in with all of his guys and just take
NXT
over.
goons. I like that. I would not. Survivor Series is right around the corner.
Yeah, they should do that. Have it 3 ways.
How about you get the club with Finn Balor, and you have him go face on the Undisputed Era?
Oh my!
Take my money. It writes itself for you, and hopefully with Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman taking over, we get a better sense of direction with the company. But of course, the big man, such good shit, Mr. Boss himself, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, still the man at the top that says what goes. So, but Eric and Paul are the executive directors of whatever brand they're on, and hopefully they send the show in a bit different direction. Before I touch base on Extreme Rules now, some comments coming in. Tuquan says, didn't miss anything major, but Evolve was definitely decent. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Dan Sadinsky? And Tuquan says, want to know your thoughts on Undertaker. Well, we're going to touch base on that right now. Steve Fisher with the yes. He heard about Finn Balor joining the club. I know that's something you've been waiting for. So
are they going that way right now?
Stay tuned for rumors coming through. Top rumor number one, why did Finn Balor lose his title? We're going to get into that later in the show. Kevin says, wasn't mad about the pay-per-view until the end. So let's see. Dan, Brock Lesnar part-time reigning, defending undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion again. Come on, man. Right? Cesaro and Black's match was good. So we'll talk about Extreme Rules here. Quick pre-show, quick things that happened. Shinsuke's your new champ out of nowhere. Finn Balor, we're going to touch base on why Finn Balor lost. 205 Live, who cares? Moving on. Undertaker now. Taker and Roman Reigns started the show, and they went up against Shane and Drew McIntyre. I said on the People's Podcast, if you missed it, go see our predictions so you can know in 4 weeks at SummerSlam's predictions podcast, you know who's going to get chopped at Chop City. But Undertaker, of course, you noticed that he didn't have his usual tank top, like low cut. He had like a full like vest, like black shirt, technically, with the cutoffs. I mean, I was saying before the show, I think it's just his chest. It's just like deformed in a way. I don't know what it is. There's a name for it. I know Kofi Kingston has it. Scott Steiner has it. It's just Jericho has it now. Like, it's just like, what would you say? Like, over time.
It's just
your body is just
breaking down. You gotta think about how long these guys have been doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I can even remember.
How many years has Undertaker been performing?
Gonna be over 30.
Over 30, definitely.
And being, top guy
one
basically
of the
whole
top
time.
Dogs. Have you seen that new shirt, by the way?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, thank you.
Graveyard Dogs.
The Graveyard Dogs. We run this.
Are you shitting me? Get out
yard.
Of here with that
Come
shit
on,
already.
Man. Get off my
How bad are you trying to get Roman over again?
Yeah, it's like, all right, you just have to book him correctly because no one wants to make fun of, no one wants to be on his bad side since he came back from cancer. And you totally...
I told you it'd go back to normal.
It would totally go back to normal. I was with you on that. I knew in like matter of months we would be. It's whatever.
Just a matter of time.
Revival, they retained. Aleister Black, Cesaro knocked on his door, and Cesaro got the black mass to the face. Great matchup, I think.
Black mass next to RKO.
Ooh, out of nowhere. I like that. Bayley versus Alexa and Nikki Cross. Kind of disappointing in a way. I don't want to see Sasha Banks, but I thought this would have been like someone at least would have came out to even the odds. But I guess they just want to keep making Bayley the big champion. Yeah, exactly. The big underdog, overcoming the odds, and then eventually, hopefully, Sasha comes back in that rightful heel turn where she turns on her best friend.
I hope she goes to AEW. I hope
Sasha Banks.
I hope she never comes back. I swear to God, I'm serious.
Don't even come back, Sasha. Just go to Cody Rhodes' show.
Go over there. Save that women's division because it ain't that good.
You don't think that's that good over there? Britt Baker's good, no? That's Adam Cole's girlfriend. What about?
She's all right, but I mean, it's just I don't know.
What's that other girl? Allie? Is that one? No.
Allie, she's terrible.
She's terrible.
She's just another piece of ass.
See, I don't watch AEW. He's Mr. AEW.
Well, I know. I have only seen her from like Impact, and she's always like the sexual promotional girl or whatever,
Would you mind if is it Scarlett from Impact?
She can actually wrestle.
She'd be a good addition to the AEW roster.
Oh yeah. I think she's still signed to Impact.
I think they're officially done.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, she's just in the Indies right now, probably waiting. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe at All Out she shows up.
Could be. Because they're gonna unveil the women's title there.
Oh wow! Would you look at that?
Oh, that works out.
That's a way to bring her in. Let's see. Comments coming through. Love the double submission by Bayley. Yeah, that was definitely interesting on her part. New Day, we're going to touch base on New Day really shortly. End of days to Becky. That's going to be the main event, of course. We're going to touch base on it. Hold that thought. Big belly status for Taker. That's why he has the shirt on. He's in good shape.
I don't think he's out of shape.
He's old.
He's just old.
He's what, 55?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know somewhere in there. It might be the best thing Baron did in the business.
Oh, it is.
So, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley now. You said the match was whatever.
It was boring.
I like the match. I don't think it was boring. There's a lot of spots in the match. I love the fact back in the day, like a hardcore match, you could make your way back in the backstage and use everything. No. They did that in a way with the last man standing. Braun and Bobby went to the back. They used the T-shirt area.
Yeah.
Then they made their way back in, went through the barricade, which if you watch the slow-mo, Braun Strowman was very close to hitting the steel steps corner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was like inches away. Like it literally it was like, wow, if his shoulder would have hit that corner, just imagine what blood you would have saw.
I didn't catch that.
Then of course is the big spot, which was
The
so
lamest
predictable. The lamest spot, he says, the biggest.
They fell into a cardboard box with a padding in it,
pretty much,
and then they put a sheetrock wall right in front of the tunnel.
Exactly.
That's a tunnel.
That's a tunnel.
Why
for
is
like,
it blocked off with this random?
Yeah, out of nowhere. Because like I know like they did at WrestleMania, they had a random box for Miz and Shane to go through.
It's like.
But this one was like, it's in front of a tunnel. Like that's the entrance to go to your concession, and they just blocked it off and saying, fans, you can't go over here today. You got to go all the way around. So if you're in that section, sorry, but like, it's a tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you have to have Braun break through something. They're building him up to be the monster among men again because
that's all
Vince
he's
McMahon,
good for, though.
Yeah,
he has not improved at all.
Very true.
At all. He's disguised by gimmick matches.
Same guy from a year ago.
Yep. He can't wrestle. He's just a big dude.
He's
protected by these gimmick matches.
Yep. Comments coming through. all their chests looked caved in from all those chop shots they took from Big Show over the years. Yeah. I mean, maybe. Lashley and Braun was the most entertaining match of the night. It was one of them. He doesn't agree, but he is Mr. NXT/AEW, so he's on that outside looking in because he hasn't been watching.
I don't care for them big goop. They both can't wrestle for shit.
Yeah, so. Bobby Lashley, I'm not a fan of him either. So
Bobby Trashley,
exactly. His head was literally inches from the corner of the steps. It was his head or his shoulder, but regardless, it was like, just go watch that replay.
That would have been good. It added some color.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the replay, it'd have to be black and white because
I hate that.
I don't like it either.
So stupid.
But then again, WWE is going through the PG era, throwing it away, maybe getting edgier.
You talking about that shot they did with Lacey Evans? She damn near just put her ass right in the camera.
Oh my! Yeah, that was their edgy part last night. Their edgy part, and it's like, oh wow, camera. It says Seth on her ass, but still, that was the edgy part of last night's show was the Lacey Evans ass shot. But lately they've been saying shit. They've been saying shit like everywhere and like random promos. It's getting overused in a little bit, but it's kind of funny.
That's what they do, though. They're like, ooh, it got like a little bit of.
It got a reaction,
so we're gonna drill it into it.
Yeah. Another thing that Renee Young corrected on Twitter what she actually said. I forgot what match it was. Oh, it was a Shane McMahon match where Taker threw him into the corner, I think. And he fell into the corner and then picked himself back up, and then he got thrown back in the corner again. And Renee, quote unquote, Shane got, she says rocked, but it sounds like fucked. Like,
I have to go back and listen.
Yeah, it sounds like fucked, but it's actually, according to her, she corrected it, it's rocked, and she has the asterisk. So
she is Moxley's wife, so.
Exactly. Moving on now. New Day, they're now the 6-time World Tag Team Champions. Who's ready for SummerSlam? Dan the Man, we're on the road to SummerSlam. Welcome to the Inside of BA's Road to SummerSlam, Ruin Mill, first edition with Dayne Bourget, of course. But New Day, I mean, unexpected. Like I said on the People's Podcast, I think any of these 3 teams would have won. Maybe not Heavy Machinery because like they don't.
I think they should have won.
You think Heavy Machinery because like NXT, they're from NXT.
Well, not even that. Like the New Day, you know who the New Day are.
Yeah,
they're legit no matter what.
Right.
Why not start building them up a little bit? Heavy Machinery.
Heavy Machinery, right?
Give them a little. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Where's AOP?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Viking War Experience
Viking
Raiders, whatever they're called this week. I mean, they're starting to get a slow build on Monday Night Raw, but SmackDown side, of course. I mean, I don't even know who's on what show anymore because of what.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The wild card, even though they don't announce it anymore, but people are just showing up everywhere. But yeah, I mean, New Day, 6-time champs. Heavy Machinery didn't win.
They didn't. Well, but they didn't take the pin.
Daniel Bryan, Xavier Woods, and Daniel Bryan. Can you believe that?
He's been putting over everybody.
It's unbelievable. Like Daniel Bryan, your former champ.
He's a generous man.
Exactly. Generous man he is because he took that pin And then there was a WWE.com exclusive backstage where Daniel Bryan cuts this weird promo, and he finishes off with saying, "I have to go where I have not gone before." I don't know what that means. And that means you got to go on your darker side of Daniel Bryan that we're already trying to get. We'll get the planet side, but still. Or maybe, I hope to God it's not you're not going to 205 Live, because that's completely garbage.
I think he's too heavy, even.
You think so?
I know. Yeah, I think he's a little overweight.
Probably just
that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, they'll just say, yeah, he's
205 pounds.
Just right on the money. It's unbelievable. We have to weigh him every week
just
to
like
make sure.
Enzo. Same thing.
Yeah.
205 pounds.
I don't know what direction they're going to go with Daniel Bryan now. I really don't. There's no rumors about him, so I don't have anything for you guys. But what do you think? Nothing, right? It's like, what are they going to do? SummerSlam is right here, right around the corner, 4 weeks away.
Does he go after Kofi? No.
You could technically, yeah. That's actually, because the Samoa Joe thing's probably going to be a one-time thing.
Done.
Unfortunately, I love Samoa Joe, but of course,
he's the new old Bray Wyatt.
Samoa Joe.
They talk, and they sound
always
awesome,
lose,
and they sound intimidating.
Yep.
And then they lose.
They always lose. They lose a big match
every
time. Steve, I like this comment because I said it last night. Is he possibly joining forces with Bray Wyatt? So I said this as a joke because Dan Go said places he's never gone before. Technically, 205, he has never been there. But does he go to the Firefly Funhouse?
No,
I don't think so.
What, and challenge Bray Wyatt? Because I don't see it. I think that would hurt Bray Wyatt more than anything. I think he just needs to be by himself right now.
Bray Wyatt,
with
right?
This, with this new stuff.
Right. As far as like, I don't know.
I have no idea what he does
tonight, tomorrow. I mean, Daniel Bryan's on SmackDown, so maybe we'll see him on Tuesday. But I really don't know what they're gonna do. But tonight, of course, AJ Styles, new United States champ. Ricochet, no longer the champ. You're probably going to get another rematch at SummerSlam, like Matt predicted on the People's Podcast.
And a ladder match.
Ooh. Think they're going to do it?
No, I don't think so.
They're not going to do it because
that would be good.
That's what we want. With the authority, right?
That don't mean shit.
We're the authority, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Like Kevin Owens said, we'll begin more Shane McMahon.
I hate when they do them promos because it's like
they're like forcing it in a way.
No, but they like make it fun of you. They're making fun of us, rather.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
They're never gonna change.
No,
I don't even care. I think this Paul Heyman shit and Eric Bischoff shit.
It
might be bullshit. It might just be a way to get the heat off of Vince.
Wow,
and just blame them. You know, the heat beyond them.
I mean, Paul Heyman did have his fingerprints.
Unless
2 weeks ago,
a lot of change.
2 weeks ago, he had his fingerprints. You only liked the beginning of the show. You didn't like the rest of the hours. I actually liked all 3 hours. Last week's Raw was terrible, shocker. But the SmackDown was actually good. We're gonna get into the rumors of what's the status of Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman taking over. But last 3 matchups. This one was just random. I knew it was gonna be a squash match. Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler. Who cares?
Yeah,
it was just a stunner. Good night. It was pointless. He should have just came out and cut the promo and leave. There was no need.
There was no need to even put him.
No need. Yeah, exactly. No need. No, don't even have a match. Come out.
You just
come out and have a promo. But I'll go back on AJ Styles though. It's like I know they're probably gonna have a rematch. But it's like, damn.
Why put the title on Ricochet just to take it off him in 3 weeks?
And Matt's prediction was you make it. He won the title on Stomping Grounds, which is a terrible pay-per-view name. He's probably going to win it again at a bigger pay-per-view called SummerSlam.
You already wasted that pop.
Exactly. The rest of the SmackTalk team said it. You're like devaluing the title.
Changing
owners
like this in the WWE.
Yeah, there's like 18 of them. I know. But it's just like
the only title that legitimately has like a little bit going on for it is the WWE title because they've been booking Kofi strong. But everybody else has been booked terrible.
Yeah. It's just, what are you going to do? You're not in the
NXT. Title goes here, it goes there,
yep.
goes here, it goes there, it goes, and then it goes right back to the guy where they were comfortable with.
Yep.
Every time. That's like what they did last night. They put the titles on everybody they feel comfortable having the titles
Yeah, New Day's are comfortable. Shinsuke is different though. Shinsuke finally won gold. I wouldn't be surprised.
He was United States champion, but he never did nothing with it.
No, was he?
Yeah,
I thought it was his first time winning gold.
No.
Wow.
No,
he
won the
clearly it shows how much the United States champion mattered when he won it last time.
It was already garbage then too.
Yeah.
I forget who even took it from him. I don't even know.
Kofi Kingston retains, and what's going on? Johnny Lopes, what's going on, man? Dayne Bourget, Mr. NXT/AEW. He's my first special guest for this Road to SummerSlam rumor mill. It's gonna be the next 3 weeks probably. We're gonna have special guests leading into the road. We're leading into SummerSlam, so stay tuned for the next week's special guest, of course, to be announced Monday morning coming up. But now Kofi Kingston retains. Samoa Joe, unfortunately, like you said, like the Bray Wyatt, talks the talk but can't walk the walk.
It's the God's honest
truth. It's what it is. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Now we can talk about Baron Corbin giving Becky Lynch the end of days.
Yeah.
Wow.
I fell asleep for that. So when I heard he did that, I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
awesome.
I actually was like, this match I think was terrible.
Of course it was.
I was literally in and out, like dozing off, waking up, dozing off, waking up. Oh wow, they just went through 2 tables. A big splash from Seth Rollins. Wow. Oh, fell asleep again. Oh, I'm back. Hey, what's going on? I'm Insider BA, and this is Dayne Bourget. Oh wait, wrong show. We're talking about Extreme Rules. But it's like I was up and down with it, and it's like then I like fell asleep, but at the same time I woke up at the moment that she got slammed on the ground by Baron Corbin. I'm just like, wait a minute, let me take the crest out. Hold on.
Did I just see that?
Was that a guy, Baron Corbin? Wait a minute. Baron Corbin did something like that made like
waves.
Exactly. That's like what the hell? And of course, it's on our Instagram and on Facebook as well. At Baron Corbin, officially Hall of Famer from doing that last night. That's all he needed in his career. That's all he needed. It's what he's gonna be known for. He's gonna be known for being the guy that hit the man. The man that hit the man.
EOD the man.
Yeah, basically. That is the biggest thing that came out of that match. Because then the next match after that, Brock Lesnar, I mean, Paul Heyman said it. It's not a prediction. It is a spoiler. Brock Lesnar's cashing in, and I thought it wasn't going to. But then it all makes – I honestly thought they were going to retain Becky and Seth, and then they were going to tease the Brock Lesnar, but Becky Lynch is going to be the man and stand up for Seth Rollins, his bitch, against the Beast.
You mean Seth Rollins is Becky's bitch?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
That's what I meant, basically.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is Becky's bitch.
He looks like her bitch.
You need to just stop. Stop with this whole relationship thing.
You're blowing it way out. It's like you're forcing it.
I know what they're going to do. They're going to have Seth Rollins propose to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Come on, dude.
Throw up.
You don't see it? They had John Cena do it to Nikki Bella. Come on.
I'll throw up.
Will Joe ever win the big gold? Unfortunately not. Walk the talk. Can't do it. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, he cashed in. He won. Becky Lynch couldn't help because she got EOD'd. And Brock Lesnar is now your reigning, defending, undisputed, part-time Universal Champion.
3 times.
3 times. I don't care. I'm more shocked that Kofi Kingston is a longer champ than Seth Rollins. I thought Kofi was going to lose first, not Seth Rollins.
I know. I would have never thought Kofi would still be champ.
Kofi is going to be your W champ. No, nothing against Kofi Kingston. I'm just surprised it's gone this far. You're going into SummerSlam as a W champion. Good for you, man. Props to you. You definitely deserve it. But I
think he'll lose at SummerSlam. If he don't, I'll be surprised. I'll be
going
shocked.
Into like Steve Fisher, Lesnar yawn. I mean, he is announced for tonight's Raw, so he will be there tonight. Will he be there next week? I don't know. It's the Raw reunion. Out of nowhere, random.
That's this week or next week?
Next week. So 2 weeks.
Another desperate effort to try to get ratings.
That's exactly what it is. I won't even read the rumor. I'll just say that right there. It's literally what it is. Where is it? Rapid rumor coming through. USA Network executives, why are the ones that really wanted to have this reunion show to grab the ratings that WWE lost. There you go. Check that off. It's officially off my rapid rumor list because that's exactly what this Raw reunion show is.
They'll get a decent rating, and then it'll just
exactly. I mean, I think it's time, and that wraps up Extreme Rules. to finally go into the rapid rumors. But if you haven't already, like, share, follow, retweet, subscribe. It's the 5 things you got to do. First rapid rumor I have for you. We already talked about AEW NXT. Get that off my list. Last week's Raw was terrible. It made no sense. You had a mixed tag elimination match.
Yeah, I don't need. When I heard that, I was like, "Wait, what? That don't even make sense." Because once you pin somebody, you're eliminated yourself.
Unless you have Baron Corbin there and EOD somebody.
Yeah,
it made no sense at all. Because literally, that's what happened. Is you had. There's no need to talk about it because you just know it
that's
makes no
how
sense.
Stupid the people that work for this company.
It's their way, basically, because they don't wrestle during the commercials anymore. So how about you just give me the side by side like SmackDown Live does, where they can actually wrestle during a commercial, and then they'll come back, and then you start hearing Michael Cole or Byron Saxton or any of the garbage.
Well, that's because SmackDown's supposed to be the wrestling-oriented show.
Yeah, and Raw is
that bullshit
promo, entertainment, exactly. But yeah, I mean, last week was terrible, and one of the things that came out of last week was Gary the Goat Garbett. You know who Gary is? Did you watch the main event?
No.
Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre picked the janitor of whatever.
Oh, Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Gary the Goat Garbett. That's his last name, Garbett. Like garbage, because it was terrible. So the original plan was for an actual extra, probably from the Performance Center, to play the role of Gary the Goat. Yeah. However, a last-minute decision was made to have Cedric Alexander play that role and remove his mask to reveal the former Cruiserweight champion at the end of the bout. The problem is, when you have like 7 minutes to put on a match that was completely – you have Gary the Goat and Roman Reigns versus who cares, Best in the World and Drew McIntyre. In 7 minutes where you actually have to have the match and then you have no time for the mic and you just have randomly Cedric Alexander take it. He took his mask off and it's
like he was dying.
Oh, man. Wow. Look at that. Cedric Alexander and Shane McMahon's on the stage. It's like,
that was basically a way to get him on TV because they never goddamn used him.
He's running around for the 24/7 title.
That means he's a loser.
Well, he's a low card talent. That's what he is. I mean, he got drafted to Raw or whatever.
It's only a matter of time before Cesaro's run for that thing.
Oh, man, don't say that.
I hope not.
I really hope not. But Steve Fisher's in here, and he thinks Cesaro is not even a mid-card talent.
What? Oh, my. If that dude could talk,
I hope
he could be a WWE champion.
Yeah. Literally. That's the only reason why he is held him back.
He's one of the most legitimate guys they have.
He cannot just – I mean –
he just can't talk that.
The accent, Vince doesn't like it. It is what it is. But yeah, apparently, going back on Cedric Alexander, the report notes that last week's Raw angle was not a one and done for Alexander. W has some plans to do some type of follow-up angle tonight on Raw. I think this is take it with a grain of salt because I don't think that's going to happen. I think it was just a one and done, and there's Steve Fisher with a thumbs down for Cesaro.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Cesaro will crush you, little Finn Balor.
Literally have zero time for him. I mean,
I love Finn Balor too.
I love Finn Balor too, but that would be a good match, Cesaro versus Finn.
Yeah, because they're both good talents.
But not according to Steve, because he'd be even more crushed when the uppercut happens mid-air to his what do you call it?
His coup de grace.
Coup de grace. It's like boom. It's like bam, 1, 2, 3, and Fish Balor loses. Sorry, Fish. But we're going to talk about Finn Balor. He's one of the top rumors. But moving on. So, like I said, Monday's show was terrible, but Tuesday's was actually decent. The reason for that, Vince McMahon wasn't backstage. Shocker.
Yeah.
Wow. When he's not there.
I'm shocked that he's not there.
So, he wasn't backstage, although he made sure to run things from his phone and was in touch with officials throughout the show. He reportedly reviewed the script on his phone around an hour before the show, changed nothing for once.
Wow.
And Triple H sat in the gorilla position with Bruce Pritchard on his side. So, shocker that SmackDown was actually decent.
That's the way it needs to go. That's how they can slowly just start getting back. Because I know it's crazy to think that it's just going to flip 180 in one night.
No.
It's going to
that 3-hour show from 2 weeks ago from Raw, you didn't like most of it, but I think that was like, whoa, it shocked you out of nowhere because it's like you're so used to crap.
Yeah, the opening segment gave people hope, and then
For you, in your opinion, you didn't like it. You went downhill. But for me, I actually liked all the show. But then last week, of course, Crush Your Dreams, high hopes gone. I knew I shouldn't have put my high hopes up, but what happens when you do?
I wouldn't trust WWE with my son.
I mean, yeah.
I never leave faith in them ever.
Yep. I totally
did. No anymore.
I mean, hopefully with Eric and Paul.
Yeah.
Like you said, it might just be
I want to be excited because I know
that they can actually run a show.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're like two of the most legit guys they could actually announce.
Right. We'll see. One guy I haven't seen lately, Luke Harper, because he's went through some backstage problems with Vince, and you all know the story from WrestleMania. So there's been rumblings that Luke Harper is going to be at this week's TV taping, so tonight or tomorrow. He is rumored to be present on the Raw or SmackDown tapings in a way, and it would be interesting to see in which capacity he's used. I don't think he gets used at all. Once again,
if he does, he gets squashed.
That. And who do you get squashed to? I mean, tonight's announced matchup so far, you're going to have a top 10 Battle Royal, cross-branded Battle Royal.
What's this top 10? Is that they all of a sudden have rankings now?
I mean, I think they put rankings on WWE.com.
Yeah, but it's all garbage.
It's all like
it's
garbage.
Like everybody
it's
all
really,
shuffled together.
Yeah, it's not really any good and not really legit rankings. But
who won the title? All right, they're number one now.
Yeah, basically. In this matchup, I mean, it's 10 people. It's cross-branded, so 5 from Raw, 5 from SmackDown. But you don't know who's on what show anymore because everything's been crap since WrestleMania. I think one of them is Big E. Okay. I like Big E, but like out of nowhere.
He looks like sticks out like a sore thumb.
Randy Orton is back from injury out of nowhere.
I like Randy Orton though.
I like Randy Orton. It's just out of nowhere.
I know.
Cesaro, who lost the black, gets a chance. By the way, this matchup is to determine the challenger for Brock Lesnar's title. So Black, who won, is not in it, but Cesaro is.
I know.
I like Cesaro.
And it's Raw and SmackDown, guys. This is what I mean about them.
I know what you're saying. Also, I think another person, I don't know off the top of my head. Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley. Yeah, shocker. Baron Corbin's back in the hunt for the title, even though they said that he would not be in it, but Seth Rollins is not the champion anymore. So all of a sudden, that's how he finds
technicality.
He's back in there. That's 6. The other 4, probably irrelevant.
Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy.
Who's that guy?
You know who that guy is.
That guy. I don't know that guy. Let's do a quick look right here. Rey Mysterio. It was flippity flops, like Cody Bergeron likes to say.
Come on.
And Sami Zayn. He's back out of nowhere. It's all people you haven't seen in weeks thrown into
the big dog.
Oh, the big dog. I really didn't want to announce it.
Somebody shoot him already.
Damn.
Don't kill him. Just
just
put him out of action.
Put him out. Yeah, I mean, moving on. They're going to determine also the challenger for Bayley's championship at SummerSlam.
They're going to determine the challenger for a SmackDown championship on Monday Night Raw.
This is what I hate. Yes, thank you. It makes
then why have 2 different titles?
It's time to combine them.
Yeah, you can keep the 2 world titles. Keep the brands separate, but have the women and the tag teams.
Because there really is not. The way they don't book the Women's Revolution's been
shit since WrestleMania.
Yeah. And I feel like it's Ronda Rousey's fault. They booked the shit out of Ronda Rousey.
Well, I don't think it's her fault.
It's just booking. Fault.
They don't know how to book nobody else. They know how
to
book
They
her.
don't know how to have another woman's storyline that is not for the champ. Yeah. They had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross doing their thing on the side, and then magically the night after they kind of became a team, you had Alexa Bliss win the number 1 contendership for the SmackDown Championship, and now all 3 of them got their storyline got all intertwined for the SmackDown Live Champion, which in the beginning was not what it was for.
And Alexa's a Raw superstar,
and Nikki Cross. I think.
I don't even know who she is.
I don't know either. It just makes no sense. But yeah, it's just if you don't want to have it makes me feel dumb. Don't have brands. Just it's like I don't know. Just stop.
Are you trying to confuse the shit out of me on purpose?
That's literally what it is. Fuck this reunion show. I mean, yeah,
for real.
Oh yeah, Maddie. Correction: the fatal four-way is for who faces Becky Lynch, not Bailey. So everything we just said,
I still feel that way.
Still feel that way because
the
whole past few weeks it's been the same.
But at least that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense there now. FYI, it's definitely confirmed for Becky. Thank you, Maddie Savage. But yeah, like we said, it just you're having hypothetically, if it was for SmackDown, the past few weeks it's been like that. The SmackDown thing's been going on Raw, and then when you come to SmackDown, you get the same crap. And it's just Paul, Eric, you got your work cut
illogical.
Out for you. Your work is definitely cut out for you. So those 4 challengers are Alexa Bliss. Wow, are we gonna get Alexa? All right,
Alexa Bliss back-to-back pay-per-views, 2 different championship matches.
I love Alexa Bliss, so I'm happy. But she's going to lose again. But it's Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Naomi out of nowhere. I don't even know where Naomi's been. And Natalya. Ooh, yeah, Natty. Can't wait to see you tonight.
Just be happy it ain't Charlotte.
I think it's time to bring it back.
Yeah, but I don't want to see her just get a title match right out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, I'm Charlotte.
That's why they need to have. I mean, they kind of have a separate storyline with the women's with Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Ember Moon. But it's just like
give Ember Moon a title match against Bayley.
They won't do it.
I know.
That's NXT talent, bro. They don't like the book. You know this.
Triple H creates and Vince kills.
Vince destroys. That's what he does. It's unfortunate. But hopefully, this next Rapper Rumor. So we're wondering when Paul and Eric are going to take over. Well, Eric Bischoff will officially begin his tenure as the SmackDown Live executive director tomorrow, July 16th. Take it with a grain of salt. Bischoff noted on social media that him and his family are finishing their move to Stamford, Connecticut, and that's why he hasn't begun his new role. Paul Heyman's always at Monday's shows because he's always helping out the creative, and now he officially has the title. He had his fingerprints on the 2 weeks ago. Last week, he probably had a fingerprint for one promo. I like the Street Profits being one of Raw's recurring segments.
Yeah, but they're terrible. They're not even like that on NXT.
They're not?
They're not that cringe, no.
Oh, wow.
They're actually like spoiling them for me.
Damn.
Kinda. And I was happy when they won the NXT
titles. Yeah.
The only thing I can say is that they're actually letting them wear the NXT titles on TV.
On TV,
unlike the War Raiders.
They were NXT champs and then they dropped them.
Not even that. They dropped them. But
yeah.
Well, they were champions on NXT still.
Right.
Well, they were on Raw with no.
The Viking Experience showed up without the titles, and then I'm assuming a few weeks later they just left the title in the middle of the ring, right?
Yeah,
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, they never dropped them to nobody, which they should have, and put another team over.
But that's just get the talent up to the main roster to just die.
Just to kill them.
Yep. But so Eric Bischoff's supposed to start tomorrow. Let's see. The reasoning that Bischoff got hired, of like all people, well, Bruce Pritchard is the one who pitched it to Vince McMahon, and Bruce Pritchard's been Vince McMahon's right-hand man for like years. Finally came back as a backstage director in a way, and he urged Vince to hire Bischoff for the SmackDown side. I think it would be a good fit for when they go to Fox because he does have that TV knowledge in a way. Well, I mean, either of them will be great for whatever they're going to do on either show. So we'll see. It's just it takes
all
time.
a pipe dream.
Exactly. I mean, we kind of touched base before we went live. The whole with the Extreme Rules. It feels because if we didn't notice, almost every single guy lost their title except for Kofi Kingston in the Revival. Yeah. So it's like you said, it's kind of like
a reset. You know what I mean? It almost felt like kind of a reset.
Like a reset. And it's like
Paul Heyman put the title on Brock to build whoever is next, whoever he wants to be
exactly.
That guy. God forbid it's Roman Reigns.
Right, and it's just like it's kind of funny because it's like feels like a reset.
It does in a way,
and it's like perfect reset for tonight and tomorrow. Paul and Eric are officially the executive directors of their respective brands to book what they want to do. But this top 10 cross-brand battle royal in this fatal four-way, I'm not into them at all. So we'll see who wins these matchups. I don't know. Then again,
it'd be better if they did a tournament instead of just a battle royal.
but they're going to do the Battle Royal
and have it lead up to SummerSlam.
Because you know Brock Lesnar's not going to be on every show.
Oh,
so the tournament would keep
it going.
Keep it going in a way, and then we're at SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. It's probably going to be very
Summer Scam.
Yeah, probably not going to be. I liked Extreme Rules last night, but I don't know. SummerSlam's supposed to be the biggest event, and I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. Nothing's announced yet, so we'll see. This is the first episode of Road to SummerSlam, so
I want to give them a chance, but
yeah, I know
they just disappoint you every single time.
Jordan Benoit, BA, why don't you watch AEW? I will watch AEW when it comes onto TV Wednesday nights. Why am I not watching it now? I just don't have the interest. Like I should have I have the interest. Like they spark my interest, but it's the same thing. It's like I have to go out of my way to go find it online, and then it's like it's on my phone. I have to watch it on my phone. It's like I have to go in a box. It's just like it's on a Saturday. I like to party still. I'm still in my young I'm still in my young years, I should say, and I don't know. I just like to watch the highlights. It's like I'm gonna catch Fight for Fallen's highlights, and we'll see what happens. I'll probably do the same thing. I'll catch the highlights because I'm not gonna pay for something that I haven't been emotionally invested to yet. So it's like I'm paying for $9.99 for the network. So
not me anymore.
You're not paying anymore? Damn, man, you're not watching NXT. You're gonna catch the highlights then.
Yeah.
You're just gonna read the results.
And that's how.
Wow, that's like the breaking news right there.
I swear to God.
You are like, that's it.
I'm ready to jump off the deep end.
Don't do that. Maybe you should just jump into that padded box that Braun Strowman jumped into.
Yeah.
But Jordan says, I think a Cesaro Lesnar could be an incredible matchup.
It could be.
We'd love to see him as the next opponent, even if he lost.
Don't look the best though.
Yeah. So
would be.
That's what we want with Without the Authority.
No. And then have Heyman go with Cesaro.
I mean, they already kind of did that too.
Yeah, they
did that back in the day with We the People. Yeah. So we're finally here. Top rumors. There's 3 of them. Before I get started, though, if you haven't liked, share, follow, retweet, and subscribe, do that, please. But first top rumor: why did Finn Balor lose his title? Steve, if you're still watching, you might want to watch now, or just peek your ears as you're in the background making food for your wife or soon-to-be wife. Let's see. So, Brad Shepard, verified Twitter account, he says he's getting reports that Finn losing his title last night was a last-minute Paul Heyman call. Apparently, the idea is to have him eventually join the club. I'm all in. Do this.
Yeah, but you got to have another stable. Well,
Undisputed Era.
Well, yeah, you could have them run shot over the whole company.
Right. Do that. They all win golds.
And that's when you do the invasion with NXT. You have Triple H come in and he brings in the Undisputed Era.
But then imagine this. Imagine this in the invasion angle. Finn Balor is an NXT product.
Yeah, I know. Now it's...
And he turns on the club. And it turns into Finn Balor versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Good. Yeah.
Just gave it to you. We should be creative.
Their match, what was that? Extreme Rules last year or 2 years ago?
Wasn't it like a fill-in?
Yeah, it was a good match.
Filled in for the...
Thank God,
Bray Wyatt. For Bray Wyatt, because he was supposed to be Sister Abigail. Thank God they didn't do that.
Oh, my God.
Imagine what that would have been. Bray Wyatt wouldn't be here right now, probably.
He would, yeah. Even this wouldn't have saved him.
Yeah. But that is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. I would be excited for it. He kind of he tweeted last night saying, this is all he said, bye-bye, period. Being cryptic. Wow. Imagine. But now moving on to the next top rumor. So this is involving Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon. What's the update? What the hell they're doing? So W has understood that we don't fucking want Shane McMahon on TV anymore.
But they're going to give him another program.
They're going to give him another program, and it's going to be with Kevin Owens. The decline in ratings has been terrible, as we all know. Vince McMahon is listening to critics and spectators. The current angle with Owens and Shane is expected to give Owens a big push and to go back to his babyface role that he came back with, and gradually phase Shane McMahon off WWE TV. Owens is taking over as the voice of the universe, or I like to say, like CM Punk said, the voice of the voiceless. Mm-hmm. And even though we are very loud when we're there chanting in the crowd.
But they don't listen.
They don't. mean, they kind of listened last
That's
night.
why we're voiceless in a sense.
Yep. And they kind of chanted, "We want Lesnar" last night.
Yeah, it was going, we want Lesnar.
No, we don't. So it's like, that was your main event. We took over by saying we want Lesnar. No, we don't. Good job. But yeah, that is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, but I think that is the direction.
It's like counteractive, like how his promo comes off.
Who's that? Kevin Owens?
Yeah. But he's opening another, like, you know what I mean? It's keeping him on TV.
It's keeping chance.
It's like, it don't make sense.
It doesn't.
You're talking shit about him being on TV all the damn time.
But now
you're calling him out to be on TV with you.
Yeah.
It don't even make sense.
It's just Kevin Owens being Stone Cold with this era. Do you like him having a stunner?
No.
I don't
I think he sucks at it. I think he's terrible.
I think the pop-up powerbomb was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why he has
So it's like, all right, you're going to be the rebel Stone Cold of this generation, which, like Shawn Michaels said, you don't want to be someone. You want to be yourself and create yourself. Because as soon as you're being compared to somebody else, look at Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
You kept being compared to Shawn Michaels.
Wasn't Shawn Michaels the one that cut that? He said that.
He cut on Seth Rollins, yeah. It was a few days ago, actually. You should stop focusing on trying to be the next Shawn Michaels and be the first Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. And it makes sense for any of the talent that that's being brought up today. Just be yourself and make yourself something. Don't try to compare yourself to somebody and be.
You can use parts of
their
style,
but the stunner is Stone Cold, man.
Yeah, no, I've never seen anybody else do that.
Come on, man. Matty Savage, I love that he uses the stunner. LOL. I mean, it's fun.
He's terrible at it.
It's nice.
You can't have a fat guy do a stunner. It just, I don't know. He just isn't smooth with it.
Isn't like bang out of nowhere.
Stone Cold
like an
was
RKO.
like, it was just fluid.
Like I don't see anybody ever using an RKO in the future. Unless they do it DDP style, where it's like he actually grabs him and drops, as opposed to Randy Orton jumping up and striking like a viper. That's what I do. We'll see. I mean, Kevin Owens, we're probably gonna have him go up against Shane, and there you go. You're taking a matchup away from someone who deserves it because Shane McMahon's in it. He's probably gonna jump off the stage like he always does. No big spot from him.
Yeah, he did the table with Undertaker.
That's right. That was a big spot. He always has a big spot.
Yeah,
I gotta give him credit.
Coast to coast with the barrel.
Did he actually hit it?
Yeah, and take
he did hit it.
Yeah.
How did Taker kicked out of that? I can't remember the match. What happened there? Did Roman come back in or something?
Maybe.
I don't even know. See, clearly I didn't like that match, so whatever.
I mean, I can't even remember no more.
Yeah, it's just like it happened last night, and it was just the beginning of the show.
I mean, there was a lot of spot. There was some good shit in that match.
Such good shit. Dan Sadinsky, looks like Maverick might finally consummate the marriage after all. There is WWE being edgy right there.
You know, his girlfriend, that girl was actually in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, it's what's Renee something, right? Renee Michelle.
I didn't even recognize it.
I didn't realize it until I followed her on Instagram. I was like, oh wait, you're actually a wrestler as well. So it's like, huh?
Yeah. So you know it's all fake.
Yeah.
I doubt they're a real couple, but
no, I think they are.
They are.
I think they are. Yeah. Okay. I think they actually did get married. Like that's all legit. But the marriage that R-Truth crashed was like done after. Like it was the same day, but it was done after.
Oh, they reenacted it.
They reenacted the wedding, and it has R-Truth stealing the which Drake Maverick is now your current longest reigning
European 24/7 champion,
24/7/11 TV champion. I don't know whatever. R-Truth, you are a horse. End of story. Like
he can make anything.
That man will be definitely.
I'm not a fan of that thing at all. The 24/7 title.
It's just entertainment.
But but keep it on the internet. Just keep it on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then
you can still do it, but just keep it on the internet and then like a highlight package. Not highlight package,
but like this happened this past
whatever.
weekend.
Yeah,
it's like a cool
something like that.
Catching up. I mean, it makes sense.
Real quick and gone.
Right. You don't have people running around the ring while Cesaro's trying to have a match with No Way Jose, which was random.
That's still a joke too. But.
Yeah. Final top rumor for you today: SummerSlam. The plans for SummerSlam and with the executive directors, and of course, where is Bray Wyatt? So, all the plans for SummerSlam right now are subject to change. This means that when Paul and Eric take over tonight and tomorrow, their roles on Raw and SmackDown, of course, there might be some necessary changes needed to go into next month's show as they're trying to direct their own show now. But it's like, if you look at it, the reset of the titles last night is kind of, in a way, already started their direction of what they're going to do. So we're going to see. However, the original plan for Bray Wyatt was to return to the ring at SummerSlam. Like, not going to be before, not going to be leading up. I don't know how he's going to show up, but apparently he was going to return to the ring at SummerSlam. It's unclear if that has changed due to Paul and Eric taking over. I don't see how that is, because that is like I've noticed WWE always does like a summer program that they do that has a final thing at the end of the summer. Like a few years ago when the limo blew up, that was going to be your summer program, Who Killed Vince? But then Chris Benoit with the double murder suicide, and then they changed it into the illegitimate son of. That was a quick change to get the summer program back, was Hornswoggle and whatever. They always do something to get you, like Nexus was 1 year. Nexus came up, they destroyed, and that was your summer thing, and then Cena buried them all. Shocker. And then this is like your summer thing. Bray Wyatt with the Firefly Funhouse started airing. Was it the night after? No, it wasn't the night after WrestleMania, because I was there in Brooklyn.
No, it wasn't. It was like a
couple weeks after, maybe, where they finally started airing something about it.
Like, oh my God, he's here. He's alive.
And I remember that. I remember when I first saw it on TV. I was like, they ruined him. But then it's like, he's a genius.
They did a pretty good job on it. There was like some weeks where I was like, whatever. But like when he brought out the Fiend, I was like,
yeah.
Shit,
it just sucks that they brought him out on the UK show, whereas it was taped.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I didn't see
I actually think, I'm not sure if you were my guest that night. No, that was before. No, that was back in March. Yeah, we're past WrestleMania. I don't even know where I am anymore.
WWE don't either.
What's that? Yeah, it's very, very true. I don't think Vince knows how old he is. Man, a few years ago, look, that shit was like a decade ago now with the whole Chris Benoit. Yeah, I mean, technically it's 2019, so dance
15 years ago.
Over a decade later, still no mention of that name, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, they'll never do it.
Never will be mentioned.
No way.
Not what he did. Then again, me personally, I was never a fan of Chris Benoit growing up anyway, so it's really no loss to me, but it's just unfortunate.
He was good.
Well, I know he was a good wrestler, but it's just,
he's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, it wasn't my style that I like to watch.
You didn't like the flying headbutt?
No, I actually didn't. I don't like when Daniel Bryan does it either, because he doesn't even hit it. Hits his his forearm or shit. Daniel Bryan's concussions. Why is he even doing that anyways?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's show. Thank you, Dane, for being here. Give you the handshake, of course, and the too sweet. Boom, right there. Anytime. Of course, you'll definitely be at another future episode. Don't know when that will be. Maybe when the next Road to series happens, or in between when I need a special guest. If you haven't already, like, share, follow, retweet, subscribe. 5 things you got to do. And don't forget to look out for the next special guest. Will be announced next Monday morning for next week's Road to SummerSlam Rumor Mill. As always, I'm Insider BA. Special guest Dane, thank you for being here this week. We are tuning out. Have fun at Raw tonight, because maybe it'll be good with Paul running the show. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Oh, I actually have comments on